Hey Shayna, I liked your video yesterday, so I'm sorry that I missed Martin Luther King's Day, but I was celebrating his birthday, so it wasn't his birthday, wasn't it? I think he gave a speech that day, right? Well, I'm dumb. Anyway, that's not going in the video. Today was an interesting day, particularly because of one event, and I was really super pissed off about it at first. I'm in this jogging class. A lot of people that are taking this class are total beginners. That's the ideal candidate for a class like this because it's just a beginner's kinesiology class. It's meant for people like that. However, there's several people that I think are on the track team that are in the class, and obviously, like, they're a step above and they perform really, really well, which I think might be intimidating for a few people. We're supposed to do a 1.5-mile timed run. It's a pre-test, so we have our time at first at the beginning of the quarter, and then at the end of the quarter we're going to do the post-test where we run the same 1.5-mile run and see how we've improved. I noticed I'm just jogging along there. I didn't stop not once in the entire mile and a half. And I saw people consistently, just stopping and walking for a few minutes or like a minute or something and then starting their run again. I have a slow pace, but I know that these people were not faster than me. There was a lot that were, especially the track students. They were stellar. I saw these people running like a baby giraffe learning to walk, and that's fine. It's totally fine. But then they finished earlier than me? No. No. These people, these bitches, they stopped early. And I was literally, I think, the last person done. I'm not kidding. The last person. I can run 6 miles straight. Like, really? Ooh, I'm so angry. I'm so angry. I could have stopped on my fifth lap and then, split second, like, evaluation, what decision am I going to make? I stepped out of my head and realized, like, they're going to wait for me. Why should I cheat myself out of a honest evaluation of my performance? And so that got me thinking, after the class was over, why do we lie to ourselves? Why did those runners cheat themselves out of the last lap or two so that they finish with the rest of the herd? So I think that oftentimes we lie to ourselves because we're seeking comfort. When people have self-esteem issues, self-doubt, um, anxiety, a lot of things that I struggle with personally, I think there's a certain level of egocentrism that comes with that, thinking that basically you're the center of the world. Everybody's looking at you, everybody's talking about you, and it's all bad things, right? Because you're not worthy of more. But the truth is that nobody cares about you. Really. I personally feel that it's true. For example, one thing with me was when I first started running, I was so terrified to run outside because I thought everybody was going to be looking at my fat ass and how ugly I looked and my like jiggling butt as I like bounced down the road. In the beginning, it was literally all I could think about as I would go on a run. It would consume my thoughts the entire run. Like, what are people thinking of me right now? I look so stupid. I look so fat. I look so dumb. I can't run. I'm not a runner. Of course not, right? I could never be that. And what I was doing in that situation was putting someone else's needs and opinions over my needs. So when you lie to yourself, you try really hard to fit into a mold that isn't you and ends up hurting you. Like, for example, with the people in my class today, they were trying to fit into this mold of the track runner that was in our class, the ones that finished first, and it negatively impacted them because they didn't get an accurate assessment of their progress. When you lie to yourself, you make this decision that you think is logically correct or like what you should do when it might not be what you need. I think that like self-deception has a huge place in anxiety because you think about certain things disproportionately to the weight that they actually hold. Like, for example, with me, having eating disorder issues and stuff, um, coping with life through that instead of coping with my real problems disproportionately put weight onto food, eating, my body, versus the things that really mattered in my life, like my relationships, my work, my school. Touching on what you said in your video, I think that telling yourself the truth and learning to be your authentic self is definitely a habit, a thought involved habit that is worth working on. So that's all I have to talk about today. I love you lots. I hope that your first week of school is going really well. I know it's always really stressful. I know that we often feel like you and me, like we're regressing, like we always regress. Um, but you're not. And if this week isn't great for you, then next week may or may not be great for you, but it will get better because you are getting better. So, yeah. Anyway, I love you. Bye.